Hey Android fans, this is Eric from HollywoodFrodo.com with another Android app review. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the app Timers for Me Plus. Right before I get to that, I just want to remind you this review is sponsored in part by AndyTags.com. So after the review, head over to AndyTags.com, check out the really cool Android-themed NFC stickers, NFC keychains, NFC product reviews, and all that fun stuff over on AndyTags.com. So, Timers for Me Plus, or in other words, the pro version of Timers for Me, is a really simple app. It is an alarm clock, as well as a stopwatch, as well as a timer. Allows you to set up multiple timers, as well as multiple alarms. There's only so much an alarm and timer app can do, and there are plenty of apps that do this, but this app has a really cool user interface, very laid out very well, has all the functionality and features that you would want, especially for alarms and multiple timers, and the way you can kind of set up a bunch so that it's easy whatever one you want, you just go in and enable it. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it. Let's hop on my phone. I'll show you how it works, show you all the different settings that you can choose for each one of those to make it your own, and why I like it so much. Alright, so here are on my home screen, and this is the icon for Timers for Me Plus. So we're just going to tap that and open up the app. It opens up to your timers. As you can see here, you have by default you have timers here. Here's a work timer, a nap timer, and a cook timer. It's set for what it's set for, but you can easily tap it and you can either start it, restart it, turn it off, set the ringtone if you want to select a ringtone. You can change the label. So if you want to change it from work to something else, you can. You can edit the time. So if 30 minutes is longer than you want to work, I only want to work 15 minutes today, so let's set the timer for that. When you do that, you can also click the repeat button for how many times you want that timer to repeat. Category and label you can change from inside of there as well. As you see, you've got category. So you can pick from any of these built-in categories. Icon, so you can choose an icon, or you can reset it to your default icon. You can choose your own icon, and you can change the label. Going back, you can choose your ringtone information. So you did see that quick select just to select your ringtone. Inside of here, you can set everything: the ringtone, the alarm duration, the volume. Do you want to vibrate on? Do you want it to fade in? Do you want it to alarm even if your phone's in silent mode? Do you want it to alarm if you're on a phone call? Do you want it to read the label when it alarms? Do you want the LED to flash when it alarms? So lots of different features that you can control. And then advanced features, trigger. So what do you want there to be something that triggers this timer to start? Early ring, do you want an early ring? Snooze count, snooze setting. All those are there. And then alarm notes if you want notes. And then start or don't start. So lots of different things you can change from inside of the edit button. You can duplicate this, so if you want another timer to be the same, you can delete it. You can set a repeat, and you can set a trigger, which is where you link it to something else that's happening, so when that countdown gets to the end, it triggers this. So a lot of cool things. If you wanted to start it, you just tap it and press start, and you can see it's going to start counting down while we're doing the rest of this. And you can have as many timers as you want. You can add another timer, easy enough. You can hit the label button and select a new label. and you can hit the menu button or not the menu button, sort button to choose how you want your timer sorted. So lots of options here. You see as it's counting down, you see the lines getting a little bit smaller as it does. Let's go over to alarm clocks. So here's your alarm clocks. Again, it has work and nap. These, of course, instead of counting for duration, they're counting to a specific time. You just tap that little icon to turn it on. You can see that it's on. You can see when the light's on underneath it, that means it is active. You can tell just from here that you've got an alarm, you've got a vibration set. It's going to happen Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. You can hit that little menu button, you can delete it, you can you can skip it just once. So maybe you're not going to work tomorrow. If you, instead of turning it off, you just hit skip once, it'll skip it once. Or you can edit. So if you edit, you've got repeat, you've got category and label, you've got your ringtone setting again, and then advanced features, which again is a trigger, an early ring, a snooze account, or a snooze setting. And then if you go up to the settings here, it takes you into your general settings. So general, you can auto start at boot, keep the screen on when the program is running. What startup page, right now it was defaulting to the timer. Maybe I want it to default to the alarm clock when I open it. Headset, do you want it to headset mode on plug, speaker mode on plug, or all mode, meaning it'll be, if you have a headset on, it'll be in the headset but also on the speaker. Sound fade, so what do you want the sound fade to be? How long? You can use a normal font or a digital font. I think the digital is cool. You can change the 24-hour format. You can choose your date format. So those are your general settings. Then your timer settings, timer display, count down or count up. Short tap timer settings, timer control menu, or toggle the start pause. Let's toggle the start pause on that. And the default custom timer, working timer on top, timer sort by, repeat timer ringtone, finish alarm mode, vibrate pattern. Do you want to show an icon in the status bar? You can probably see right there, if it'll focus in, there's a little icon right there. It's in the status bar, letting me know I do have a timer that is currently running. If you drag down, you see it right there, work, 11 minutes and 44 seconds. You also see the alarm I set up is there because it's active. So you can take that off if you don't want an icon in the bar. And if you do have it active, you can choose to always show icon in the status bar, regardless of whether it's running or not. And you can choose to enable the time icon, which displays the remaining time in the status icon. So if you see on that little timer, it's showing me right now that I have 11 minutes remaining on that timer. So it is pretty cool that it does have those options. And then you can create, well, let's go to clock settings. Finish alarm mode, so button or swipe. You have the option to do that. You can choose your vibrate pattern, normal, long, or short. And you can choose whether or not to show the icon again. So if you turn it off, you won't have the icon to know that you have an alarm set. And then UI style, you can have the classic style, which I have, which is where you tap the button and the light comes on to show you that it's on, or you can have the newer on-off little slider, which is part of the Android system now. I personally think the classic mode actually looks better. And then you can set up new timer templates and new alarm templates. And you have local backup and restore, which is awesome. And you also have cloud backup and restore. So let's get out of that. That's the alarm clock. Let's turn that off before I forget that I have it on. And go to stopwatch. Very simple, traditional stopwatch. You do have a settings button, but there's not really any settings to change for stopwatch. A stopwatch is a stopwatch. So if you press start, and then you can stop it, and then you can start it, and then you can lap if you're keeping track of laps. and then you can stop, and then you have the option to save, which is kind of cool. And there you go. And when you're in stop, you can hit reset to reset. So very simple. And then you also have a log, which is a cool way to keep track of timers and alarms and things that have gone off. I don't have anything right now, but it's something that will keep track of if you are using this on a regular basis. So anyway, that's all there is to that. I'm going to stop this timer countdown because I don't need it to let me know I need to go to work in 11 minutes, and I am done working on this review. That is Timers for Me Plus. Was Timers for Me Plus, and hopefully you could see and agree with me that it has a really slick user interface, and you know, not a fancy app, it's a simple app. A lot of apps that do what this one does, but I think this one does it excellent and is an excellent choice. Definitely one to consider for your alarm clock, stopwatch, timers needs. Anyway, that's it for this review. If you like this review, please click that like button. Head over to my channel and check out the 200 Android app reviews I have. Promise you'll find some really cool Android apps that maybe you didn't know about before. Also do product reviews, and I have a task or tutorial series, so you might want to check those out. Subscribe to the channel, or just favorite the specific playlist you want to keep up with. Anyway, that is going to be it until next time. This is Eric, reminding you that your Android phone is only going to be as good as you make it.